New York Times finance columnist Charlotte Cowles is going viral after writing an incredibly detailed and deeply embarrassing article on how she became the victim of an elaborate scam. It's titled, quote, "The day I put $50,000 in a shoebox and handed it to a stranger." And it all started with a phone call. A so-called Amazon employee reporting fraudulent activity on her account. They connected her to a supposed FTC investigator, then to a fake undercover CIA agent who was able to somehow dupe her into handing $50,000 in a shoebox to a stranger who pulled up to her home in a white SUV. Charlotte explaining herself this morning.
Was there anywhere where your radar went off? Was there a moment where you're like, this doesn't feel right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the whole time, none of it felt right. But the tiny chance that what they were saying was actually true was terrifying enough that I was willing to cooperate.
They make it seem like you can't contact this person, don't.
You're under surveillance, you're being watched, your phone is tapped, your computer's been hacked. They really make it seem like you have nowhere to turn.
Judge, I want to come to you first on this. It's a totally insane story. And if you do have that many red flags going off, how do you carry through with this to that level?
Well, first of all, let me say that I'm not going to criticize her. Okay, so, a lot of people get scammed. I see it every day. And the amazing thing is it's something like 34% more young people get scammed than older people. Everyone thinks it's the old people who are getting scammed. Young people fall for this. Look, she's a financial advice columnist, but that doesn't mean that she can't take in a fear that, all of these things that they're saying might not be happening. Okay, so first of all, it's an Amazon employee who calls. Why would Amazon call you? Then they hook you up to the FTC. Why would Amazon, what do they have to do with the FTC? Then the FTC connection to the CIA. That's where I drop out. I'm not saying that I haven't been scammed, because I have. But when the CIA is an international organization, they could care less about Amazon. But they told her she's got 9 cars signed to her, along with 22 bank accounts, and now she's worried. But the thing, when they said to her, don't tell your husband and don't tell a lawyer, that's when you've got to say to yourself, look, I should be able to talk to someone about this. They say that the con artists have her under surveillance. They were the con artists. She takes $50,000 out. So this wasn't a split-second thing. She goes to the bank, takes $50,000, puts it in the shoebox, and gives it to these people from the government. I don't know anyone from the government who shows up in a white Mercedes, okay? And the shoebox, to me, is they're just joking about her. So I understand the panic and the fear. I really do. But I'm really wondering about all of this. And for me, I was told the bank was calling me, that they were with the bank. And I said, no, I have to call the bank back. And they answered the phone as the bank.
Yeah.
Okay, and my bank didn't protect me. And if you want to know what it is, email me and I'll let you know.
Dana, what do you think?
I think that this sounds like a very elaborate scam that somebody made up. And I don't know who made it up. Maybe the scammers made it up. But I honestly think this doesn't pass the smell test. Greg and I both read Charles Cook's piece from National Review this weekend, emailing each other like, what in the world's going on? He'll have more on that. But the other thing is, regardless, she has no street smarts. I mean, you have to have some sort of instinct about it. This is an educated woman who writes financial columns, and then she puts this out there. I don't know really what's going on, but I do know scams are a huge problem. People are getting bilked out of lots and lots of money. So trust your gut. If something sounds weird, that probably is. And then hang up and call somebody that you trust. Call the judge. That's who I'd call, right? I would be like, Judge, does this sound crazy? She's like, yeah, it sounds crazy. Hang up. Don't ever call them again.
Do you want everyone calling you for advice on these things?
No, my friends would never fall for anything like this. This is why these media people fall for all these hoaxes, Jessica. She's even saying in the column, I'm not a dupe, I'm well-educated. That's exactly why the CIA loves to feed hoaxes to the New York Times, because they just run with this stuff. Oh, really? Trump's in bed with the Russians? Oh my God, I gotta write this down. Oh, wait. Biden would never arrest the FBI informant who fingered him for taking bribes. That would be against the law. I mean, are you kidding me, Jessica? From the Wuhan lab to the laptop to Jussie Smollett, the well-educated, rational journalists at the Times have fallen for every single one, while the rest of the country's like, you're kidding me? You went up for a Subway sandwich at 1 o'clock in the morning? Yeah, sure.
Right. In 20 degrees below zero?
Yeah.
I feel like you're telling me I'm not getting the P tape, and that is disappointing. Greg, you were an editor for about 15 years, right? Were there any editors looking at this?
The red flags for me aren't in the story she tells. It's in the piece, right? There's a lot of holes in this story. Why would a bank breezily hand over 50 grand? So that has to be explained. And where was the documentation for a lot of this stuff? I mean, she made a 911 call. Her editors would have been smart to offer backup in this piece. Maybe a picture of the check she claimed was texted to her. It felt also literary. Like the crisp Halloween night air, leaves swirling about, her little boy getting dressed for Halloween. It's on Halloween. There are more red flags here than a Chinese parade. So I keep asking myself, what's more likely? A sophisticated group of scammers focus all their time and effort on a mark who's also a finance advice columnist, the least likely person you would focus on, even though you went through her Instagram account, you would find this. Or is it a financial advice columnist who decided to write about a sophisticated group of scammers? And I don't know why she would do it. There are reasons to fake stuff. You know, you don't pay taxes on stolen money. She said that. You elicit sympathy and attention. A lot of people with mental illness will do that. It might cover up a questionable debt, a gambling debt. Either way, it's this is proof that we have played down, as Jesse says, the gullibility of so-called experts in the media, or we're playing down the dishonesty of so-called experts in the media. You may have to worry more about journalists than online scammers. I mean, I think the writer is in a terrible spot. If the story is true, she should never be allowed to write another financial advice piece for the rest of her life. If the story is false, she Smolletted herself. I really don't know which one is which, but I always go for the obvious, and the obvious tells me there's more to this story that we're going to hear about.
Yeah. Plus, $50,000. I mean, it is there. I thought the same thing, covering up something. What's going on?
And she had mentioned 50, and she came up with that number, and they would go, "Yeah, that sounds good." Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you ask for 200,000?
Yeah, exactly.
50 grand.
She was asked
and the CIA gets involved?
how much money she would need to survive for the year, and she comes up with 50.
Yeah, it's just so strange and troubling. I think, well.
Whatever.
Good story. Good talk.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.